Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Hugo, and today we're going to see what is the best stock for this week. You're going to see also the performance of my portfolio on eToro, and if you want to copy me or follow me, the links are on the description. So now let's see this stock. So this is a tough week because we don't have any stock that is above the 5% dividend yield that's on the eToro. Of course, if you trade with any other broker, there's more stocks and ETFs that you can trade monthly, but on eToro it's in existence. The only one is Abbvie for this week. Abbvie, it's one of the pharmaceutical companies the same size of the Pfizer or even GlaxoSmithKline. They work on the pharmaceutical sector and biotech. They provide, develop, and discover new pharmaceuticals, and also at the moment is also one of the top stocks that I have in my portfolio. The dividend yield is at 4.85%. The stock is undervalued in 21%, which is quite good. Will give us a lot of margin. As you can see, at the moment the stock has increased a bit from the past few months, but even it's a 21% undervalued, and we have a lot of margin here that we can buy and hold for at least 6 months, and we'll see the stock will increase much higher than it's at the moment. So the ex-dividend date is on the 14th of this month. We still have more than plenty of days to buy the stock, and the financial wealth is just 1G. It's just 1G for one simple reason, because they have 1 billion of difference between liabilities and assets. The asset value, it's around 33 billion, and in terms of liabilities we have 24 billion. And in terms of the market sentiment is old. This is for one simple reason, because we are reaching the ex-dividend date. So normally when we're reaching the ex-dividend date, we have old on the market. But if you don't want to buy now and stay for 3 or 6 months, you can buy it later on. Bear in mind, this is a US stock, so we also have the 30% tax over it. So this is not going to be quite 4.85%. So it's going to be in reality around 3.39% after tax. So this is one of the things that I'm changing now in terms of my portfolio, which is shifting from stocks that are in US to UK, since we paid 0% of dividends. But Abbvie, it's a good company to have in my portfolio, so I'm going to stick with it. If I'm going to invest more on it in the future, let's see. Unless if there's a big crash, and probably I need to invest to average the existing stocks. The portfolio performance for this week was quite good. We have the market on 2.6%, and my portfolio went 3.1%, meaning that the portfolio had a growth bigger than the existing market in 0.5%, which is quite good. And also comparing with the SP 500, it's around 1.5% of increase than the existing SP 500. The top 5 stocks for this week was British Petroleum, BP. We had an increase of 17.2%. I bought this stock in the 2nd or 3rd week of December last year, and we had a good increase in valuation on BP. Walgreens Boots Alliance also, we had a 13.4% of increase. Everest, which is the steel industry, which was one of the biggest investments that I've done this week, we had an increase of 9.5%, which is quite good. It was quite low. And XLE, which is one of the biggest ETFs with the higher dividend yield that I have in my stock, with 9.3%, paying quite well. The lockdowns already started in Europe. This may affect the existing ETFs and stocks that are associated to energy sector. Also, the Energy Transfer, which is a quite established company in the United States, they are responsible to transport all the energy around the entire America, at the increase of around 8.9%, which is quite good. So one of the things that I'm going to mention now is, if you use my spreadsheets, I had to change the spreadsheet because I noticed that the site that I've used before, where I got that information, was a bit wrong. So I do have some stocks with the wrong months, paying in the wrong months, and I had to fix all this. So now let's jump into the spreadsheet. If you want to copy me, you can use the spreadsheet to follow your investments and to see when you're going to be paid. If you're going to invest with $500, what's going to happen? You're going to receive monthly, and this was the biggest issue that I had. I had to fix the entire payments and the site that I was using before was completely wrong, and I had to fix this based on the Yahoo Finance, which seems to be more accurate than other sites that I saw. Although I compared the 3 or 4 sites that I'm using, also with the one that I use, which is Simple Wall Street, was the most accurate was the Yahoo Finance. Anyway, this is going to be the average if you're going to invest with $500. This is going to be what you're going to receive at the end of the year. Remember, this is after tax. All the tax are calculating here with 30%. This has 0 because we are dealing with British companies. Of course, this value here, it's converted into dollars. All this spreadsheet works in dollars. Therefore, you need to use a calculator here if you want to buy a new stock, or if you want to put for your portfolio. You need to convert the values into HK or Hong Kong, or British pounds, which is the GBX. So you need to convert this. Here it's already converted, so in this case the Alibaba that I bought this week as well is converted as well into dollars. So we have here 219, I don't know what is the name of the coin, HQ, and converted in dollars is going to be 28. So this is why I have here 28. I don't have any values here, as you can see here, in percentage. Anything here in Tesla, because I'm aiming to buy this in the future, not now. I do have an open order to buy this, so that's why I didn't took it from here, from the list. One of the new acquisitions for this week was Alibaba. EVRL was also one of the biggest acquisitions, and BATS was one of the big acquisitions as well, which is a quarterly payer, and EVR, it's a biannual payer, but it's one of the highest dividend yields. So I still don't know if I'm going to continue with it, but let's see what's going to happen. Anyway, this is one of the examples that you can use to copy other people or copy me. And if you want to use this to yourself, one of the things, instead of using percentage here, you just need to change here some formulas if you want to calculate your own stocks. Here I added the tax the beginning of last year because I wanted to see what was the actually result at the end of the year, because the results that I was getting from the payments from eToro wasn't matching, and now they are matching, and I can have a track of what's being paid. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like, and see you next week. Cheers.